separate detail. Then you have to prepare sleeve. It's here sleeve set into armhole. Then stitch underarm seam, then stitch underarm seam on a flounce, and then attach flounce all around sleeve opening. And fold hem here. Then these two sleeves will be ready. You put it aside. Then you have to take self and center back on a dress. We have to stitch center back here. Then we have to attach side panel to back. Make sure side panel should be fused with tricot fusible because it's a little strong but still flexible. Then we have to take our front self and stitch on the left side dart. Intake should be looks down to hem, and stitch all, fold and stitch partly all pleats. Then when it's done, then we have to stitch our shoulder. It's ready. Then after this we have to start work with lining. Where is lining here? Front lining. You have to stitch dart, and dart should be looks to body. Then it will be no impression on the correct side of the garment. Then when we finish darts here, then you have to stitch shoulder, and then self we stitch shoulder, then we stitch our shoulder, and we can finish neck line. Finish neckline. Then you have to attach lining side panel to our back and to our front. It's here like a little bit more complicated for understanding part. It's here seam, and you can see portion of the seam. We clip here and stitch looking for body. And again, to avoid any impression on the correct side. And this part stitch together with lining, and then we have to, from this point, keep together our lining panel with self front and side panel. Then for what we need this, if it will be, first of all, you know, we learn this when we start work on a skirt. Our lining should be a little bigger on a sweep. Then if this portion will be attached to side panel, then what happen? It can be small or big. Then what happen? It will be a little bit like rolled line here, or opposite way, it's lining like a little pull self. Then we need free area here, and then from back side panel seam to front, this area, it should be separate. And then this stitching, like you can see on my pattern, it was like around 3-4 inches down. And you have to clip here, stitch this outside, and then stitch this part from inside. And then put together self panel self front, and it's here attached to this seam. When it will be finished, then you able put together lining on a facing back and lining here and stitch together our armhole. Then lining will be together with self. And actually you're ready to set sleeve into armhole. Then pay attention to hem. Like self in regular way, fold under. Then lining here, side panel and front lining should be folded inside, and it's look like hem, look to hem. It will be just like this. It will be clean view on a correct side of the lining, inside in the garment. It's clear?
Mm-hmm.
Then, very, very important, keep neck measurement, because if you use like fresh cut edge, it's a stretch. Then in industry we use, just I show it here, it will be clear elastic. It's just a little bit stretch, quarter wide. Then it can be stitched together. It's first. If you don't have elastic, because we have to put elastic, and on a lining it's here fusible tape. It give you like more stability on a measurement. And then if you don't have a clear elastic, then before join all pieces, just put stay stitch on a neck. Take piece of the paper, put detail and stitch quarter from cutting edge. Then tear away paper. It's this stitch help you keep measurement. Then for shoulder you can put, because it's very important, should be not stretched, then you can put like piece of the selvage and stitch together and then open. Then it will be strong, because if you stretch shoulder and you stretch neck, what happen is sleeve come down, then its balance will be lost. It's clear, guys? Then it's here clear elastic around armhole as well. But if you put together self and lining and put stay stitch all around first and then set sleeve, then it will be everything okay. Just when you put stay stitch, just check against pattern and measurement should be
The same.
almost the same. Then it's not necessary put anything on a sleeve cap, because we have small amount of the ease, just you have to follow notches. Then most important part, just I tell you. Do you remember when we create side panel?
Mm-hmm.
We take 1.25 inch from front and 1.25 inch from back. Then where is our side seam? In the middle, yes? And our sleeve should be matched to our original side seam. Then it's here, underarm seam, here. And do you remember I check your draft and told don't forget put notch here. Mm-hmm. And then our underarm seam should be matched to midpoint of our side panel. Guys, it's very important, because if I check assignment and I see some sleeve like this, some sleeve like this, because students, I'm sorry, if you match sleeve to front seam of the panel or here, then it will be big mistake, and then it will be a lot of ease in one part of the sleeve, and it will be not enough another sleeve. Then just highlight this underarm sleeve should be matched midpoint of the side panel. It's clear? Then, don't forget, it should be self panel fused. Then it's give nice shape here, and it should be trico-fusible. Then, and if you buy a trico-fusible, then select lightweight, because they have a different weight, heavy for woven fabric and more light they use for silk and for knit like this. Then you can put fusible on a lining, neck all around to stabilize measurement, or you can put stay stitch, or you can use clear elastic. And you know what, you have to count on your sewing skills, what will be easier for you. I accept either way. Okay, then for sample, it's not necessary finish like baby hem. Just fold. If you add 3/8, fold 3/8 and top stitch here. Then no cover stitch machine for hem. Just fold 1 inch and top stitch on a lining 3/4 and then top stitch. But it should be correctly folded. Then I see you understand what you're doing. No mirror, okay? Because if in case I have to check notches, then if you use mirror, I can see this. You cut. And just if you have good skills and you like it, make a dress for your sister, mother, or for yourself, maybe you like it this style, then you have to finish ready to wear. Okay, then I am not push you spend a lot of efforts, and but it should be join all pieces together, and then it should be right, and neck measurement, armhole measurement should be correct, not stretch a lot. Okay, then I share with you folder with pictures. It's a lot of pictures with detail, because I try show everything. Right now, if you like it, evaluate this sample. Then it's on a table, you can make picture, you can see, and ask me question. Okay? Now, do you have questions?
How do you sew the clear elastic on? I've never done that before.
It's you have to stitch together when you put self and lining,
Oh, okay.
and then put clear elastic.
Oh, okay.
Just like in the middle. Here is a stitch with overlock, like
Oh,
special overlock for knit. I even don't know, maybe one of them is here. And you can see it's here. But you can use, as I told you, a regular stitch. Because you know what, I don't know which equipment working here. Then you know what, it's trouble for you. And then I remind you, for good sewing, then you can put on a top regular stitch, and on a bobbin you put like this. And I explain, don't put on a top this sleeve, because it's like puffy, and when it's come through tension, adjustment, needle, it became like brush. Then it's not good. From bobbin, it's a needle like take whole thread without any damage. Then it will be very flexible. And when you work on a industrial machine, put adjuster for stitches around 3. Not make very small stitches, because when you stitch, it's a little stretch and then it's relaxed. And what happens, it will be like poppy seeds. And then it can be damaged if you need open something and restitch, then it will be damaged on a knit. It's this way. Then if you use house cold machine, you can use the same thread inside, but I don't know because sometimes household machine not working perfect with this. It depends on maybe kind of the machine. Then put regular stitch and make zigzag very small out. It will be like slightly waved line. Then when it's stretch, its stitch seam became straight, and then it will be no opening, and all stitches will be very flexible. It's clear, guys. If any question, then you thinking and then ask me a question. Okay. Don't forget, if you fold pleats here on the front, then folded should be from hem to armhole, and partly it should be stitched. Then you keep direction of the pleats, and its folds will be very accurate folded. Another way, if it will be not stitched, then it will be like open. It even this part like a little bit like overlap with side panel. It can happen. Then it should be stitched and it should be folded correct. Because usually it's like a rule, especially if you works with like velvet or fabric with shade, we have to fold pleats from hem to top. And it give you nice folds. If you fold in opposite direction, it will be very flat. And then even it will be different shine of the fabric. Then you can see here, it's no shade, but it looks a little different if you fold this way or this way. Okay, then sample is here. If you need, take a look, please. Then any questions? Okay, then tricot fusible. Then if you like it, I have here, it will be something like this. And my students at the morning class, they show even a little thinner. Then it will be good. If you like it, I can cut samples. And if you don't have a sample of the lining, I can cut. I don't remember if I give you samples. Then if you need something, then let me know. Okay, because in front of us, a lot of work with pens. Okay, and I give you draft